All right, well, we want to thank Ken Grant for being here today. He's going to be greeting a visit from St. Nick, and thanks to everybody buying local, which certainly at YoYo Joe's, we're big fans of people buying local. So thank you, Ken, for doing that. And I think we have Congressman Carney here. Say a couple words.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here. I want to thank Ken for his effort to get folks to think about buying local. Of course, we're here in YoYo Joe's with which is Joe Mitchell, the continuing a long legacy, frankly, of local entrepreneurship here in Newcastle County and outside the city of Wilmington, going back, Joe was telling me, over 50 years for his grandfather. So I want to thank Ken for getting people to think about it. Wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a wonderful New Year.
Well, thank you. It's really great to be here in a locally owned store and a fellow Bulldog, Brandywine Bulldog, supporting shopping local. Shopping local is so important to the community, to our state, and really, it's small businesses like this is going to get our country going again. So, thank you, to the Mitchell family for their investment. Going on after Mitchell's department store, and my dad was always looking for that train that certain HO scale train for the holidays. So thank you to you, thank you to Santa, thank you to the Congressman for coming out today, and Merry Christmas to everybody, and shop local. Thanks, guys.
Okay, all right. So the deal was simple. I asked people to send in their local receipts to demonstrate that they were shopping locally, and the local receipts could come from anywhere. And I said that at 300 local receipts by December 21st, I would put on a Santa cap and do a reading of A Visit from St. Nick. Joe offered the use of the entire suit. Tom was kind enough to get the cap that we couldn't find anywhere else. And so here we are. Let me just say this. It has never been more important for people to recognize the local community, whether it's local businesses, local nonprofits, local organizations that really do things for the community. We have stats after stats after stats of what happens when you support those local businesses. The money stays in the community. It just helps benefit everybody. You have so many employers who are creating jobs at the local level. So it's important for everyone to do that. So with that being said, I'm now obligated to offer this. I believe attributed to Clement Moore, but I think most scholars think that it was written by someone else. But here we go. Straight dramatic reading. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads, and Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word but went straight to work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside his nose, he gave a nod, and up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Thank you very much. Shop local.